Federal Court of Canada recently upheld a ruling that classified Nigeria's political parties, APC and PDP, as terrorist organizations, while denying asylum to a former member, Douglas Egareva, over his decades-long affiliation with both parties. Now, in a judgment delivered on the 17th of June, 2025, Justice Fuong Ungo dismissed this man's application for judicial review after the Immigration Appeal Division, IAD, found him inadmissible under Canada's Immigration and Refugee Protection Act, IRPA. Now, according to the People's Gazette, the Ministry of Public Safety and Emergency Preparedness had argued that the APC and PDP were implicated in political violence, subversion of democracy, and electoral bloodshed in Nigeria. And just to clarify that the legal basis for this is the Immigration and Refugee Protections Act, Canada's main statute governing immigration, refugee protection, and border enforcement. And they're saying that based off of activities within Nigeria, the APC and PDP should be considered terrorist organizations.
And since it is so well documented, it's not something to be dismissed lightly.
All right, this is another gbese for Nigeria. Yes, the Canadian court has declared APC and PDP as terrorist organization. Oh yes, you heard me right. Not only that, they went ahead to say that any Nigerian political leader that belongs to any of these political parties is not allowed to enter Canada. Oh yes. Isn't that funny? Now, if you remember, a couple of months ago, about 1 month ago, the Nigerian Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, was denied access into Canada. You remember, Abi? Not only him and some other service chiefs, the Nigerian Chief of Defense Staff was denied access to Canada. What does that tell you? Now, the question everybody should be asking now is, why? Why did the Canadian court declare APC and PDP a terrorist organization? Why? Honestly speaking, as I was thinking about this, I was just saying to myself, if Nigeria is a working country, honestly, you know, today, the youth are supposed to mount the National Assembly to ask or to demand an answer to this question. Why? Why did Canadian court rather, declared APC and PDP as a terrorist organization? Do you think that this court just wake up one morning and declare APC and PDP a terrorist organization? Do you think? And not only that, they went ahead to say that any person that is in this party is not allowed to come to Canada. Do you think that these people are crazy that they just wake up and do it? Nigerians, why is it that we don't ask questions? We don't ask questions. We just accept anything the way it is. A Canadian court saying that the major political parties in Nigeria are terrorist organizations, and everybody is sitting smiling, and everybody is laughing. Yet, the youth are here shouting, 2027, oh APC, oh PDP. What a funny country. What a funny country indeed. Now I ask you watching this, why do you think that the Canadian court has declared APC and PDP as a terrorist organization? Why do you think, or why, what is the answer to this question? Drop your comment on the comment section. I'm going to be on the comment section. Let us really talk about this, because there are some things we really need to ask and get an answer to. But in Nigeria, the youth will be online shouting for 2027 general election. Anyway, please do well to watch one of the analysis they gave on Arise TV about this. Of course, we do not expect any Nigerian politician to come out and say yes, it's true. They will always try to defend themselves. Anyways, as Canada is declaring APC and IPO and PDP terrorist organization, those people are here declaring IPOB terrorist organization, and Canada is giving IPOB asylum in Canada. I don't know if you understand it. Nigeria has declared IPOB a terrorist organization. Meanwhile, in Canada, Canadian court is giving asylum to IPOB. What does that tell you? Please watch this analysis, please.
If you dey plan to travel abroad, maybe somewhere like Canada, for example,
Yes.
and you dey support APC or PDP for Nigeria, come closer now. Just open your phone, begin the delete.
What are you saying?
If you have anything where you don't tweet in favor of APC, PDP, or you have picture of APC, PDP, begin the delete.
What is he saying?
Because it don't change you. It's no longer Nigerian thing now. Work with me. Imagine where they deny you visa
God,
because say they support one political party. When they give you 2K. They go use because 2K when you collect, they tweet rubbish. They go use because of deny you visa when they go change your life. Just imagine them. Say they go apply, maybe they won't go school. They just deny you visa because of political party. When you never meet the head. Now they not deny you visa, we go make you the head for your family. Work with me. They deny one guy asylum for Canada because say in a member of APC or PDP for Nigeria. Asylum we don't go through finish. They deny him. The guy is shocked. You no believe for this life. Say PDP or APC go fit put am for trouble. APC and PDP go there for Nigeria. They shout, we are global now. We outside. They deny am. Why? They talk say the party wey they support say na terrorist organization. So Canada now international community don't they see PDP and APC as terrorist organization? Wala dey. Work with me. Imagine where you don't successfully enter the Canada. As you enter like this, you don't the airport. The next thing where you go see, you go just they see police. They make up. You know, say those people sabi speak what you don't go here. Once they won't catch you, you don't go hear anything again. You call they ask yourself, I thought they were speaking English. You know, so, one go pass you. Another one go pass you. Before you know it, they done the gather. For your mind, you go begin to recite Bible. Surely they must gather. But if the gathering is not of the Lord, they shall scatter. The more you recite the Bible, the more police come. You know, say the gathering could be like August meeting. They will come where you there. Hello, how are you? You know, say those people sabi they polite when they won't carry you. How are you? Say I'm fine. Are you Femi or Chufoma? I say yes, I am. Say you're under arrest. We are suspecting you. We need to keep you for a safe place. Canada need to be safe. You call the one that wait till you do. They call they say, he's violent too. You know, say Nigerians they aggressive. He's violent too. All because say you support APC or PDP. Begin delete. And they tell you this now has nothing to do with it's my police. Delete. They are viewing these people. They say now because of election violence and the way they maltreated people. And it is pure. That is how they are seeing it. That is what played out. If you cannot accept it in Nigeria, international body, they sent international observers to come and observe Nigeria's election. They observed it. They saw the what happened. They saw everything. So they talk say you will still get future, bright future. They plan travel abroad. Maybe you won't go play football. Terrorists. Na ball you carry, they go talk say na bomb.
Now, in a judgment delivered on the 17th of June, 2025, Justice Fuong Ungo dismissed this man's application for judicial review after the Immigration Appeal Division IAD found him inadmissible under Canada's Immigration and Refugee Protection Act, IRPA. Now, according to the People's Gazette, the Ministry of Public Safety and Emergency Preparedness had argued that the APC and PDP were implicated in political violence, subversion of democracy, and electoral bloodshed in Nigeria. All for more on this, Arise News analyst Asha Wali joins us now. Thank you so much for joining us on the show this afternoon. I find this really interesting. And just to clarify that the legal basis for this is the Immigration and Refugee Protections Act. Canada's main statute governing immigration, refugee protection, and border enforcement. And they're saying that based off of activities within Nigeria, the APC and PDP should be considered terrorist organizations. What is your take on this?
A lot of nonsense. It's crass nonsense. Just because you don't want one single Nigerian to enter your country, you don't delegitimize the whole political system. I don't buy it. At first, when I first saw it from afar, I thought it was misinformation. But you see, it's well documented. It's on immigration. But you can't, because when the Gareba wants to enter Canada by all means, then you denigrate the whole of Nigeria. It's not on. The Canadian court has no locus, get me, to say that sort of thing. Yesterday we were discussing a topic, a conference going on now, which government said that we need to make steel. That lack of having steel is a sovereignty threat. I said that was a misnomer. It should have been a security threat. Now this is a sovereignty threat.
Yes.
It is a sovereignty threat. And since it is so well documented, it's not something to be dismissed lightly. The Nigeria embassy, the Nigerian Foreign Affairs must get in touch with the embassy to make some explanation. And so, if possible, the Attorney General can even intervene to tell them that we don't make sweeping statements on a country's political system just because of a particular case. You see, it is a fallacy of generalization. You see, I'm not saying that what they have said there is not true, but that is not for me to discuss.
Yes.
First and foremost, I'm reacting as a Nigerian, and I feel bad about it.
You know,
it is in bad taste.
It is. You said Canada doesn't have the locus to do this, but their immigration system allows for them to do what they've done: designation of an entity as a terrorist under regulations under the IRPA.
Entering Canada.
Exactly, and that is exactly what this man was trying to do.
Somebody entering Nigeria too. You can say that, but in writing a judgment of that caliber, you don't go and say that it is the political system that is at fault.
Do you think
it is
perhaps,
a fallacy?
Do you think maybe this has a lot to do with how we've handled insecurity in Nigeria, considering that it remains a constant threat, you know, to living for a lot of Nigerians? Insecurity continues to persist.
There's no way.
And the handling so far of it. Do you think maybe this is why other countries may now look at us as though we are?
See, you are generalizing to this Canada.
No, of course, this is just one country.
If you don't need this in the board now, the generalization can come in.
But why do you think this is happening? That's the question. Why do you think this is happening? Do you think there's a role we have played in making this happen?
That's what we should examine. There could be so many reasons. You know, a while ago, February, they denied visa to our Chief of Defense Staff, the whole Chief of Defense Staff. And then I think maybe they settled it amongst themselves. If they could do that, and then the rationale for that was that the prince, royal prince from England, came here before going to an event which we were invited to, and they felt slighted. That is that. But believe me, on a serious note, you can't reach the sort of conclusion that court has reached on the basis of one case in front of you. It is an affront to our sovereignty. We should take them up. We should take them up. Or else, you see, I don't even want to hazard a guess why they are doing it. Because maybe you know, when we have elections, you bring in this observers from EU and all that. Maybe they gather some information. But that information is to be used within us here to make us improve our system. You get me? Not to cast our government and parties as terrorists. It's an insult to the sovereignty of Nigeria. I resent it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I want us to look within ourselves now, you know, looking at what they have said. You know, would you describe this as a reflection for genuine concern with regards to the Nigerian political system, especially as it pertains to voter apathy, violence during elections, ballot snatching, irregularities within results? Do you think this further highlights a genuine concern?
Look, it highlights it. It's over-expansive, but that is, you can discuss it amongst ourselves.
But they should not discuss it outside.
It's none of their business. And that's why I'm telling you, if you're having elections, you should not invite strangers who have different values from our own to come and watch our election. See, we have our own political culture. There are some things they would have seen and misconceived, which are part and inherent in our own cultural and political system. I say, I resent this. Governments will take it up. It's an over generalization, it's a fallacy, and it is an insult to our sovereignty and even to our judicial system. We don't do that. They have problem with India now. India, there is calling the Indians terrorists because a Sikh Indian was killed on their soil. They let them sort that out. This is an over-exaggeration of the worst order.
You know,
the governments will take them up.
They should. You spoke extensively about the Nigerian political culture. How would you describe it if you were to describe it?
I'm to describe it. You are not a stranger now.
No, of course. I would just like to know your thought because you said we should not bring in external people. They might not understand our culture. What is that culture?
All what they said there, intimidation, they happen. We know they happen.
And that's
but there's no
culture.
perfect political system. There's no perfect political system. And occasionally you have electoral violence. It happens. Even in the US right now, Trump did not believe Biden won the election. Biden too has lost anyway. So different political systems have their own problems. You see, we have serious problem with the integrity of our political process and system. That means, but it's not for one sole lawyer in Canada to dismiss our government because of that.
How serious do you think, in terms of the severity of this issue, how serious do you think our leaders need to take this decision?
Yes.
Especially as it pertains to bilateral relations as well.
To avert a spread of this sort of decision, because you never know. There could be some document somewhere which is invoking. You know what he has done? It's like what the European nations do to Russia when they sanction their families of their leaders. But this is a guy is not his mistake. We have been given that he was a member of the political party, thinking that will enhance his status. And then they dragged him in the mud, saying the parties have been involved in brigandage and terrorism.
Yes, let's look at another side to it, which is, of course, the immigration.
Yes.
You know, what I would call a lot of Nigerians, trying to seek asylum, visa applications. A lot of Nigerians actually trying to set up base in other parts of the country. Now, as we see a rise in a lot of these, we will often see conversations like this, where Canada designates our political parties as terrorists, where the US slams a 3-month single entry visa restriction on other countries, including Nigeria. What are your thoughts on this and how we can position ourselves better to have a better negotiating power, especially when it comes to these type of decisions being made?
Look, what I will say is that people have the right to want to leave Nigeria or go anywhere. But in the process of doing that, they should not tell lies against the conditions in Nigeria. You see, this is even a very good case. There are some people who travel abroad and who said they are being persecuted as homosexuals,
Yes.
on gender basis. Whereas, there is no such panic in Nigeria. But in this particular instance, this man is trying to show them that he's a responsible man. He belongs to a political party. And then they just disgraced him and called him a terrorist and this country a terrorist. No, it's an overgeneralization. It is a misrepresentation. And I presume maybe that judge has not been using AI to generate information. Because AI can generate misinformation like this. I can't see how anybody. We have elections that are flawed. We know all these things that are there.
The substance of what they're saying, Mr. Dayashobowale, the substance of the issue, I understand when you say that this is an overreach, but the substance of what they're saying
I'm indignant. Let's put it that way.
Well, the substance of what they're saying is there is a lot of inconsistency and the insecurity persists, especially within our political space, and that is not a lie.
That is none of your business.
Got it.
Interference in our internal affairs. The president of Canada. Even just of recent, when they had Kani, a new prime minister, Tinubu congratulated him. But now to bring down You know, it's describing our system as illegitimate.
Okay, Mr. Dyer,
It's
thank
wrong.
you so much. Thank you.
All right. So after seeing all this, what do you think? Terrorist organization. For real? Anyway, please do well to drop your comment on the comment section. We're going to discuss at the comment section, all right? Thank you very much, and may God continue to bless you.